Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, hot off the presses of Shonen Jump, it's Hero Girl and Demon Lord. Call it quits. Welcome, everybody. I'm your hero, girl. It's Moxie the Ian. And as always, I'm here with this demon. Lord. It's Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
I have every single bullshit power you can possibly imagine.
You do, of course you do. This is you. This is you. We are in the final set of our little trio of Shonen Jump series. We had Gonron Egg, which is rotten. Today was the day reading.
Smells like sulfur.
It smells like some stink of demons. I did not. I made
Dracarks.
Dracarks.
Sounds like a kind of dinosaur.
Yeah, I think they're kind of done. I don't know, whatever. I made it through like halfway through chapter 3, and I'm like, this isn't worth it anymore.
Aren't they biblically accurate angels?
I guess. Like the egg, God egg is definitely a thing. And then last week we had Mage Next Door, which remains fun, though they didn't take your idea, which I think would have been better, that he would have taken a nap. And even if that wasn't going to be where his base was, him just sort of magicking up a little campsite would have been really funny.
Yeah.
So, missed opportunity, but still a fun second chapter. And now here we are with the last of the set, Hero Girl and Demon Lord Call It Quits, which feels so not Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
This is like the closest I have to this is Mama Yu Yu, actually. But Mama Yu Yu was its own thing. Mm-hmm. But like by and large, I don't think we run into the so directly the hero and the Demon Lord.
The fantasy.
That technically happens a lot, because that's a storytelling trope, but never so like bold-facedly just stated, it's the hero and the demon lord.
Right.
In the vein of gestures hand at the giant sacks full of rotten and or not rotten isekais. Which is, again, this is there was more bits of your stink in this than I was expecting originally. In a way that I was just like, I thought this was like, and maybe it was like you know what, we're floundering, maybe we need to put that into Jump.
Maybe they looked at other magazines that are chock full of light novel isekai crap, and they were like, "Hey, those ones are doing pretty good.
Hey,
we should try that.
We should publish some crap too."
This isn't crap.
No, no, it's not. But whatever.
Especially after Gonron Egg.
After Gonron Egg, yes. Crap takes many forms. A dislike of media can come from many places. Yeah. But no, this is what is today? Today is November 9th.
It's in there.
It is. I hadn't gotten there.
I took notes.
You did. Yes, Brad took notes. I was busy today, and I appreciate him dearly for doing these bits. This has replaced Ping Pong Peril. No, wait. Oh, I got it wrong. It seems that Mage Next Door actually replaced Ikenin Bros. Interesting. I could have sworn it was Ping Pong Peril.
So I actually found, it's like a fandom wiki or whatever, for Weekly Shonen Jump. They have information on every single issue that comes out.
Cool.
And because I was like, I couldn't remember what this was replacing, and so I went and I found that, and I looked back at a couple of them, and when I looked at the last week and it said that it was Ping Pong Peril was the last chapter of Ping Pong Peril, I was like, wait a minute, didn't we say last week that it replaced Ping Pong Peril? So no,
that would make more sense, because Ikenin Bros came first by a week. So interesting.
Unless that has it wrong, and then so now it's just super wrong all over the place.
But I mean, that makes more sense because of those 3 series that got canned all came out in that order. But yes, we're recording on the drop day of November 9th, 2025. This series is by Matsuri Hatsubina, which we didn't really find anything else. Except, what did you find? Like a one shot?
There's a one shot that's literally this.
Okay, I mean, I saw that with Mage Next Door.
I didn't read it, so I don't know if it's literally this.
But it seemed from the naming or the thing that's what it was. This is localized by Dan Luffy, who we just saw last week with Mage Next Door, and I think from then we said he had been on Ping Pong Peril. I don't know. Did you check if he was on Ikuden Bros or was Ikuden Bros somebody else?
I didn't check. No.
That's fine. And this is lettered by Phil Christie, and it's because Brad's doing the notes, he's put the things the letter has done, which I think he continually means that I should be doing that when we're doing Jump stuff. Things that we've heard of is After School Hanako-kun, Chronicles of an Aristocat Reborn in Another World. I like you said we've heard of. These sound like ones that you've heard of.
We as in the anime podcaster reincarnation community.
Okay. Die Dark, Doron Dororon, Dragon and Chameleon, Ikuden Bros, not anymore. Go-Go Loser Ranger, which is on my radar someday. Harukaze Mound.
Oh, I forgot to bold that one. I bolded the ones that are in Jump.
You've only bolded one, which was Kagurabachi.
I bolded 3.
Oh, Ikuden Bros. Okay, the bold is not very clear to my eyeballs. I have to look at really.
Are you looking at it in dark mode as well?
I am.
Yeah, it's not. The bold doesn't show up very well in dark mode.
No, if I move it around, I could not notice. Yeah, Kagurabachi, Kindergarten Wars, and Super Psychic Policeman Chojo, among many others that we're not going to list because what am I? The citing your sources in Wikipedia at the bottom of the article? No, I'm not. And if we do not have any other business, that wasn't already
not
handled
really.
in the last episode.
I do. I'm going to do something a little strange. Shout out to Palmer. This is a person that I met recently who I found out coincidentally reads a bunch of series in Weekly
Not
Shonen
weird
Jump.
at all to talk about on the phone.
So if he's listening, hey, how you doing?
Here's a bonus for all you people named Palmer out there. It's me. Noted.
I hope he enjoys this. So
hopefully so. And everybody else, I hope you enjoy it too. And we're getting ready now for patented Moxie's Mach Speed manga summary. The hero versus the demon lord in a certain region of Japan. After many months and years, this battle is about to come to a peaceful end? Chapter 1, The Hero and the Demon Lord. Very creative. Not to you, to the author. You did what I always do, which is good. I can't wait to see when you tell me to cut something, when something cuts. Our hero, Asuka Kagurazaka. I always want to say Zaki, but it's
I'll tell you
Zaka.
what, I read this out loud earlier just to make sure that it flowed okay, and I had some trouble with that name, so you got it faster than I did.
What the Kagurazaka?
Yeah.
Okay, I just hoped for it. I knew how to say Asuka already, luckily.
Yeah, that
was
was pretty easy.
Because I think I would have said Asuka otherwise. Asuka. A young teenage girl stands ready, opposed to the Demon Lord. They have clashed many times before, but always for naught. The Demon Lord is immensely powerful, but our hero keeps him on his toes. On this day, however, something is different. This is very bullet pointy. I mean, it's always bullet points.
It's literally bullet points.
It's always bullet points, but it's extra and then this, and then a new bullet point, and then this, whatever, sorry. But on this day, something is different. The Demon Lord speaks. Hero, enough is enough. Aren't you sick of fighting? Huh? As it happens, the Demon Lord is feeling jaded about destroying the world. He thinks that, even without his intervention, humanity will destroy itself soon enough. So he has a proposal. They will stop fighting, but the Demon Lord has one condition. Asuka needs to let him to crash at her place. It's not like he's registered with the government or anything. I mean, how's he going to get an apartment? Where could he go? Get used to this phrase. After some banter, very accurate for this manga, Asuka agrees. Cut to an intermediate time and a determinate place. We find the two in Asuka's room, lounging around, reading manga. I think it's specifically Jump. Asuka is still perplexed by this situation. Sorry, but the Demon Lord explains that he's lost the desire to end humanity, at least until Jump is out of print. Wait until One Piece is over, then that'll get dodgy. After some banter, Asuka claims that she just wants to be a normal high school girl, and her high school entrance ceremony is next week. She'll make her debut there. After some more banter, the Demon Lord says he'll support her dream, and also has upgraded her sword so that she can kill him if the need arises. After all, he's freeloading in her home, so she'd probably prefer to have the ability to kill him quickly if necessary. Then he magics up some ramen, which I'm mentioning because it's an example of all the bullshit powers he's got, which is going to be a running gag. Cut slowly to the next week. Cut slowly to the next week.
It's literally like a montage. There's 6 or 7 panels of them just doing various things.
Around. And it's time for the school entrance ceremony. Asuka is heading out, and the Demon Lord comments that she looks good in a uniform. Through this, we find that Asuka levels up from positive emotions. So not needed. So not needed. So incredibly not needed.
It's so you have a visual cue when you can tell that she's getting flustered from the stuff that he says.
She could just, whatever. We'll get there. Through this, we find that we just said that later on her way to school, Asuka sees a friend from middle school, Eri. We're not given much time with her, though, since as soon as the ceremony starts, Eri starts saying weird things. We find out quickly that she's actually an alien that befriended Asuka so that she'd know as soon as the Demon Lord was defeated, as he was the only obstacle to aliens taking over the world. A giant jellyfish with eyes all over it attacks the school at Eri's command, and battle ensues. After some banter and battle, the Demon Lord shows up and kicks the jellyfish monster's butt, to Eri's surprise and consternation. The Demon Lord blasts Eri, and she either gets vaporized or escapes. We don't really find out which. The Demon Lord reminds Asuka that he said he'll support her, and, after some banter, says he'll rewind time by an hour to repair the school and have people not remember the alien attack. It's a bullshit power, so he's able to selectively reverse things so the aliens won't come back, though. Cut back to an hour ago, and, after some banter, the Demon Lord The Demon... I've got cuts on the brain. Ask back to an hour ago, the Demon Lord cuts. The Demon Lord asks what Asuka wants for dinner as she leaves for school again, having leveled up a few times. This is a story about the hero and the Demon Lord living a normal life together. You're lucky Gonron Egg was in this drop.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
I know it's not. This was one where I had to think of it. This was very much a manga I finish and go, it went, my thinking and my feeling will be very polar opposites.
Yeah,
because this is all the bullshit I personally specifically don't like.
But I think it's a parody.
Yes, but that doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah.
It seems like it could be it could be popular. Like it has like you said, the thing that we said at the top, it's like this stuff normally isn't in Jump, and it's them looking at other magazines going, why don't we do it? And I know it's a parody, but it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like the banter is frustrating because they're doing Manzai.
Yeah, yes, no, yeah. I definitely see where you're coming from with that.
He says a ridiculous thing, and the straight person, the girl, goes essentially, and even though she's not visually in the frame, her word bubble is going, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Or having a big, like, again, the touchstone is the first one you kind of specifically get. I always think of Beauty from Bobobo, or I guess because of Nice Prison, like the warden, who was literally just Beauty 2.0. It's just, she is the girl, and then like I said, but they're both girls, but it doesn't always have to be the girl that is just there to go, oh, the girl from, oh wait, that hasn't come out yet. That arc hasn't even started yet. The girl from, I should just say it. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. You always are very good at bleeping this out. The girl from, where it's the same thing as guy with crazy powers is doing crazy thing, and girl goes, what are you doing? XYZ, and it's like, and like and it's like, here's the guy. He kind of looks like a pretty boy. He seems like he has a really low energy, and he talks like that. And it's like, it's fine. It's a fine trope. Again, this is a death by 1,000 things that Moxie doesn't like.
And it's not. Fair.
I don't think it's bad. Like there's like bits where I can go, that's not good. But I knew I was coming at it from a negative place because I was just like, but I don't truly hate this. I don't like it. I don't want to read any more of it.
Be careful. I might need to murder you later.
We're gonna have a gun duel. Don't worry. I know I got to keep a bullet in the chamber. Before I get into anything, how'd you get on with it? I have a feeling you'd like it because this is so yours.
I had a lot of fun with this. I was not, again, like basically, I think I said this in the Gonron Egg episode. I saw the art for all of these before they came out, and Gonron Egg was the one that I was like, oh, that looks like it could be interesting. And the other two, I was like, and if it's turned out the opposite, that it's actually Gonron Egg that was crap. The art in this, well, I should say it's not bad, but it's not good. And it's not good in a different way that the Mage Next Door art is not good. I would agree with
that statement. I think that I like the main girl's design. This author knows how to draw cute girls in a non-weird way, just to be clear.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 2 in this chapter.
But her design is good, and her friend's design is good. The Demon Lord's design is boring, but I just think I hate that visual trope of just like, here's the generic boy, and I'm like, again, I don't like that, but it's not. I think comparatively his design is lame and kind of lazy, but I don't think it's bad. It's just kind of like disappointing comparatively. Because she's got some sauce going on. I like her outfits.
Reading so many different fantasy series, this hit all of the marks that it needed to. It sure
did. That's why it's going to be popular. I'm going to be so upset. I'm not going to be so upset, but I'm like, I know it's happening, and I've kind of mostly reached that, even if I'm gritting my teeth a little bit. Like, I think this could be popular.
The thing is, this is more of a gag manga than anything else we've got in a while. Probably since Nice Prison.
Yes.
Because this is leaning very heavily into the we're gonna make constant jokes, pretty much, even when they're in the middle of battles that are like serious
There's
battles,
constantly bantering.
Yeah. After some banter,
that was I'm going through.
And I know, like, I put that in there because they're just bantering the whole time, but a lot of it is pretty funny.
It's serviceable. It's fine.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I know sometimes I say this derisively, but like, and my tone is not going to help support the emotion I'm trying to communicate to you, but genuinely, I'm glad you had a good time. This was one where I could so specifically separate my mind from my body, and that I could separate going, no, this is doing the things. It's funny.
That's also a something that you've been working on for nearly 100 series now.
It's setting up like its things, like it gets benefits of the doubt because it's being a comedy. I like the subtle, like, this is a romance, right? They're a couple.
Maybe
they're going to be a couple.
It could be.
If they don't,
I can see it.
If they don't, honestly, from my position, if they don't, that's money on the table, and that's me saying that. That's my emotion saying that, not my brain. Like that back and forth, like the fact of like, I mean, I said in the summary, I hate the level up thing. There is no reason for that to be here. Embarrass her with compliments. Do that. Tease the fuck out of her. Make her blush. Like, make some other visual secondhand. Why did you need to do the leveling up thing? I hate that. What is that doing here?
I have to say,
I'm sure they'll maybe play on that, but it just felt so unneeded.
Specifically,
it felt just more like isekai. This isekai stuff I don't like.
So I guess
that's my position
because I need to double check.
But I do want to say her blushing about it was cute. I liked that. I just didn't like I was mostly just going, do you need to level up stuff here?
The thing when she levels up, the little what do you call it? The
I don't know what you're talking about. Like her stats?
No. Okay. So when she levels up, there's like a noise bubble.
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't redrawn. And
because they usually
I get
aren't
that
right out of the gate.
Because it's
it's usually the volume if it ever happens.
So I get that, but it's also sort of unclear what that is doing. It is written below it. It says da 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 da.
Yeah, it's an RPG noise.
Yeah, but as I was reading it, I didn't really lock onto that. Like I think you're supposed to do.
I think it's just a joke,
right?
But it just seems. I don't know. Like like I said, it fits the other things. It fits the oeuvre. We're doing this isekai video game light novel, yada yada yada. But it's like a gag manga, so it can get like when things are kind of ropey, it gets the benefit of the doubt. Like the whole thing of like her friend, and then the friend turns, and it was just like, we just met you. But also, it's like if it's a gag manga, it's just like
right. But the specifically, especially in this one panel where she levels up like 4 times in a row.
Yeah,
I think the joke probably hits a lot harder in the original Japanese because it's the sound effect bubble is in Japanese, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't do the same thing for us because it's just some random lines for us, you know?
I mean, even still, I don't think... This is a bigger question. How much do you notice the onomatopoeias when you're reading manga?
It really depends. And the thing is when I do notice them, I appreciate that. Like when I can tell what it is, because I read so much stuff that's scanlated, and very, very few scanlators do redraws.
And also a lot of the time for the sound effects, I don't actually know in my ear what is being, unless it's like something that's like from the motion is really clear, because there's sometimes where it's like a sound happens and it's just like, I needed somebody to explain what the sound was in a later panel because the sound itself was like, I don't have a visual to connect with this sound that I can't hear. And it never... it's by virtue of what manga is. Manga is not something for sound, but sometimes you need sound if you're thinking about it like a thing that's happening. Right. You know, it's not like the stories are being told don't have sound. But.
So when it's done well and like you can read what the word is, but it's also stylized and everying. And
I'm
like,
sure there's bits.
It has
in
an
manga.
impact.
Yeah, I'm sure there's manga that have bits in the sound effects that I just don't notice ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't it's not visually interesting. It's not verbal. Like I'd have to stop and think too hard about something that I could get an unclear answer on, which just doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So you get on with this one. There's stuff to get into. I just don't know what exactly. Like I said, there's the ways, like, this is just collectively something that is not up my alley, and I can say that. And it was just so one after the other of things, but like, honestly, their relationship, once I was like, oh, this is a relationship, this is a romance, was like the little bit that I came around on it, which is like, oh, okay, that could be cute.
If I'm being honest with myself, I'd say it's probably like 60 to 70% that it will be romance.
Even though that's weird, because it's like she's a teenager and I don't know if he's as old as he looks. Does he confirm he's hundreds of years, or am I too much in Mage Next Door? They make like one thing about like you're a young girl or something, but I don't remember if he says something in response that makes him seem either that confirmed he was old or he was just joking around about it. Like it was the relationship stuff and having the setup of, well, this is where the battles are coming in because now that the Demon Lord is gone, aliens from outside of the planet are coming to take over. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting. Like,
I'm sure
a funny setup
be
for
like,
other battles.
The 4 heavenly generals will show up at some point and be like, we're here to bring you back. And he's like, I don't want to.
Is this your nice prison?
Yeah, I could.
Because
I think that's a good
more than
comparison.
just I don't like the tropes in it. These are yours.
Yeah,
and I mean that in a reverential way. But I think, to uncompare them, I think this is a better manga than Nice Prison. Even if I like Nice Prison a lot more than I like this one.
I mean, I think, but I didn't read more of Nice Prison, so I can't say
you don't have to. If the first chapter's not getting you, the other ones aren't. That is not a manga that changes or turns around. It's a manga that is what it is from the start to the end.
I think you probably hit it though, because like the manzai aspect of it, even though I didn't, I can definitely see that. I feel like it's not totally, but there's definitely hallmarks of it, and I like manzai stuff, and I like the fantasy stuff, and I like romance things, and like it's definitely doing all of the things that I like. So quite frankly, it's harder for me to be objective about it.
Yes, and it's harder for me to be subject or whatever. I'm just like looking at this art. This just looks like art that's on K-manga. I know I've been on K-manga a lot recently. So I guess no insult to K-manga, but just so specifically, this doesn't look like it belongs. It's welcome here. I guess I can say, if I can exit my body more, and I can say, I'm glad it's here. I hope it's popular. I want Jump to get a W. This is not the things that are like, what the fuck is going on with, how is Shinobi Undercover still here? How is that other one that I keep bringing up every week that I don't remember the name of?
Somebody just recently joined the Shonen Flop Discord, and in their introduction thing, they were like, I really like Shinobi Undercover. I was like, oh my God.
What are you doing here?
There was actually a couple people who were like, oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's some.
I'm like, okay, guys.
I don't know who you people are.
That's cool. I'm happy for you, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like, compared to, again, Gone Around Egg was a real pace setter for me for this drop.
Yeah.
And also just recently, there's just a bunch of stuff we didn't like, but it's like, it's a gag manga with stuff that seems popular. It had some fun ideas, I guess.
Oh, I was going to say, the art style. You said K-manga. There's actually...
Like, girls don't look like this in Jump. And I say that as someone who likes her design.
Yeah. The art style is actually somewhat reminiscent of Past the Monster Meat, My Lady, which I know you don't read.
What the heck is Past the Monster?
Lass reads that one, so she'll agree with me.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a follow-up of why it looks similar, but
no, it just looks similar.
I'm looking over it. It is weird because she doesn't get a lot of. She's very like, again, in a way that we don't really get in Shonen Jump. She's very anime girl. If you've seen GIFs of anime girls reacting, it's her. You can hear her voice. Not to say those characters aren't in the backgrounds of the Jump series, but it's
I didn't really apply that.
Women aren't like that in Jump a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Or, like, I haven't figured that out yet. I have to like actually check my notes, but like, there aren't women, like girls like that aren't in Jump.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
Am
what
I
you mean.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like trying to figure out like what I like female more led. Like Akane is not like that. I don't think there's anybody in Akane like that. I mean I don't read Hima 10, but I don't remember her being like that.
Nope.
Even when there's a male lead and there's like usually she's like the shy. Usually it's like a Hinata, but even in like stuff like there's just not there's no Agu girls in Jump really by and large. I guess I'll call them.
Yeah.
There's no Lucky Star characters or another of those girl group series animes that I watched when I was younger or something. Like, it hasn't dawned on me before, but like,
which just goes back into
it's
like
interesting.
This is such a departure
This
from
is
Jump.
such a not even Jump Plus necessarily. Not that I know everything that's in Jump Plus right now, but it's just like it's strange. I think more than anything recently outside of stuff that I was banking on being good, I'm really curious to see how this one does because this is such. I think by virtue, I think it's been really good. We've been doing all these other arcs, and we've been so outside the magazine that I can look at this, and especially just being on K-Manga recently, reading Gachi Akuda and Witch Hat, and seeing the art styles and seeing the designs and stuff, and it's like this is like pulled from those very easily. Like I can draw a line.
So do you
even if that's not
remember
what literally happened
months back when I'm talking about like the Jump style and everything?
This
it's
is
real.
not that.
Yeah.
It is. The Jump style is things that it does not want in Jump.
And I do.
And I
have
don't know
to,
if that's on purpose. Maybe this is the new editor. Maybe somebody. I mean, obviously this was already picked to go with Gonran, but maybe this is the fresh youngster in their 30s.
I have to
40s.
give them as awful as I think Conran Egg is. I have to give them credit for trying new things.
I don't think Conran Egg's trying.
Well, right. I mean,
this
the
is
art style of Conran Egg specifically.
I guess for as tropey and I don't want to say like by the numbers, but of like by the like you got these. I guess my comment of other things of like this is a manga made up from assets everybody knows from the Unity store, or I guess more accurately, this is a series made up of all the models from Gmod used in different scenarios that everybody knows, but it's kind of endearing because it's Gmod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you see, those specific civilians and then, G-Man shows up. I don't know. What happens? Is this a slice of life? Is this a battler? Is it just both? Is it everything?
So I have to imagine that Eri did escape and she'll be back and there'll be other aliens.
But will she be like a friend now? Will she have turned her ways?
No, probably not.
Really? You think or do you think they'll constantly fight her?
I don't know how long that will go on, but I think there'll be another fight with her at least. Like I said, the demon generals will probably show up. I have to imagine they'll be running with the cops. Basically, like, think of all the fantasy situations that could happen and the way to flip those on their head. Think of all the sci-fi situations that can happen and flip those on their head.
Yeah, I guess we've kind of stuck them together.
Think of all the domestic situations that can happen and flip those on their head. They really they pulled everything in all at once. And crazily enough, it wasn't paced horribly. They stuffed all of that stuff in there.
Eri was the only moment that I was like a little bit like, I just got
slightly
here.
Rushed. Yeah.
But with it being a gag manga, I could hand wave it a little bit of just like.
And my summary was much more rushed than it actually was. But it was still
it's within a couple pages. Like it's like if we saw it at the beginning, but also like that's the thing with something like this is like I don't know what role. But even before we started talking and recording here, and I've said I think in other episodes, like gag manga are hard because the first chapter has to set a baseline vibe so that things can go wacky from that.
Yeah.
You need to create a straight man situation, even if jokes are happening, so you can bounce from that. You need to make like Robocomi's first chapter is probably not good.
We'll have to find out.
But once you can bounce off of that, and we can just go do a bunch of other silly things, but you can't do that until you've introduced everybody at a baseline of who these characters are, and you can't. Even if it's not the deepest thing in the world, it's like you just have to do your homework. There's no way around it. You just have to have a homework chapter before you can just start going, oh, this chapter we're doing a case closed parody. This chapter we've gotten all the characters together and we're trying to write the byline on the dust jacket so people buy our manga they're not buying. This time we're doing a parody of or we're doing a ghost story somewhere else. This time we're following, a celebrity from the Roboco movie is visiting, so we're doing a chapter about that. This is the chapter where Roboco falls in love with the construction robot man who just says, don't go this way.
So I was just thinking, something that will have to happen at some point. I hope not within the first 2 or 3 chapters, but at some point there'll have to be a thing where she stops and goes, "Wait a minute, you have all these bullshit powers. Why were we fighting? Why didn't you just take me out immediately?"
I know you could clearly, there is things that we can think to set up for the bits of like their relationship. They're gonna get closer. Like I think it's between him complimenting her a bunch as soon as he learns about the level up thing, and that montage of them hanging out watching anime was the most just like, and also the fact that he's drawn like a teen boy in that style, where it just seems. Even if he's not necessarily like, that's the one thing that gives me a little pause, but that has never stopped manga before.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit of like, I'd like to see like, it was like 2 parts of me of like, I don't care about this. I hate these tropes, yada, yada, yada. And part of me was like, that relationship could be kind of cute though. In the way that it's if you let it simmer
they're
the right
already
amount.
living together.
Exactly. Exactly. He's a little Morihito in Witch Watch, which one day we would cover, but I don't know if we're going to cover that anymore. I'm so glad I got off of that manga. Hey, anybody out there, ask on the Discord, are you still reading Witch Watch? Like, do you feel okay that you kept on? Because, like, people were shit-talking a thing that happened recently, and I just feel really good that I got off shortly after the thing that felt really climactic before Nico became a child and really just messed up everything.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. But no, I mostly it's just like there's the demon lord looks a lot like the main character Morihito a little bit. I'm just like that kind of a boy, but I don't think they're not similar because he's really specific. But
again,
I read 1 chapter.
I saw the art before I read the chapter, and I was like,
It seems kind of generic-y, I guess. I don't know. It's a step up. This is not us covering a light novel and me going, it's workman. Like I said, like I liked her design. It was fun. The outfits were fun. Even just her wearing her like big zip up when they're chilling in her room is like that's a fun little outfit.
She raises her little rabbit's hand.
Yeah. Like there's little cute things in there. But yeah, you're the one that's going to predict more than I'm going to predict. I think my major prediction is that this is going to be a slow cooker romance. That'll be kind of cute.
Certainly could.
I don't know. I always run into the us doing, the hero and villain doing battle, meaning that we've spent a lot of meaningful time with each other. So there's a certain amount of trust. So now that we've stopped fighting, that trust from constant war day after day.
I just wonder
why I want Batman and the Joker to kiss.
How many chapters will it be before he is in school?
Oh yeah, he's going to school. There's no way he's not. Probably next chapter.
You think chapter 2?
If not chapter 3. Like yeah,
I was thinking maybe.
Of course, he's going to school.
Maybe he'll wait.
He's gonna have like a funny design, but it's like he's gonna have a disguise, but it's gonna be so clear it's him. But it's gonna be like I have this, and then nobody will recognize him except her.
I think he'll just hide his horns.
He'll wear a hat or something, like or he'll just wear something like it's going to be stupid. Parentheses funny.
Yeah, I was thinking that what would happen is she gets attacked at school again, and he comes, and then either right after that. Or after she gets attacked a third time.
They're not going to talk about it. He's just going to show up. He'll just show up unannounced.
And then she'll be like, what are you doing
here?
And
she'll play the straight man.
You keep getting attacked, so I'm just going to stay here with you.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we can
also, I'm curious about these human education systems.
Yeah. It writes itself.
And then he's going to fail all of his tests.
On purpose.
Because it's going to turn out that even though he's got all kinds of bullshit magic powers, he's actually not very academically smart.
He's sitting around watching anime all day. He's an idiot.
Right.
Yeah. I honestly just want to get to where I think he thinks our feely feels, and then I want to have a shootout where you shoot me. Or I shoot. Like, again, I can't be wounded. I'm more just curious to get into this, because I love when we get examples in the different ways that you can separate out this is my taste, and this is what I analytically think, which, sometimes that can be unaffected, because it's like, we had Gonron Egg that we both thought and felt was hot, rancid garbage. And this is when, admittedly, we're in opposite positions, but in a way that I'm not, like, yelling at you for, like, going, how dare you like this garbage? It's like, I know this isn't garbage, but this is just, I mean, we'll get how I feel then when we get there, because I've been cooking on all day how to describe that.
Okay. So, my thinky thinks. My objective opinion about this. Looking at all of the information available. I think that this is good to great.
Yep. My descriptor word is, this is solid, parentheses, the places you'll go.
Yeah.
I want to see how this does in the magazine.
Right.
And if people who aren't like, I'm never a good litmus test ever, but like, I think this could work. I know I tried to stop making this podcast about if it'll survive or not, but like, honestly, more than anything I think we've covered this entire time we've been doing this show of things that have shown up in Jump, I think this is the most. I think if you didn't know Jump as well as we did, you wouldn't know how not Jump this is on so many different levels of it. But like, this is so not Jump.
Yeah.
And I want to see what happens with that, because we've been yelling at Jump for being dog shit a lot recently. So I'm like, sure, fine. I think of the things this could be, that's why I said this is solid. This is solid, parentheses, respectably, parentheses. I'm looking forward to see you succeed. Like, I want this to do well, even if it's not for me, because it's not fucking Shinobi Undercover. It's not Nue's Exorcist. It's not one that, like...
It's not aggressively mediocre.
It's not aggressive. It's doing something. I know it's all, like, ingredients I've seen before, but yeah. How do you feel about it?
What am I going to go with? I'm gonna use one that I don't think we've ever used before.
Cool. I mean, you can also make them up as I've done.
Yeah. Great to amazing.
Wow, good for you, bud.
Yeah,
good for you.
It's in the middle there.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard for a gag manga to be like amazing. Like
the ceiling, but I think this has just other genres poking into it that it can rise above its station, but also maybe won't. I don't know. Like I said, that lingering romance and the slice of life stuff, like.
But it's got all the pieces of all these different things that I love. It's got all the right ingredients, and they're put together in a really good way. And it's not necessarily like the pinnacle of art or anything, but it's like, I just had a really good time.
It's sometimes I feel like this is different vibes than the Mage Next Door, but the same thing of like, I just had a good time. And isn't that refreshing for a first chapter from Jump? Because that's what makes me want to read a second one. There's no hand wringing. There's no like, oh dear God, what are you guys doing? Like this, I'd be so curious if it's the same editor. There's a new editor that chose both Ganran Egg and this. And to a lesser extent, Mage Next Door. Like, this is such an interesting trio.
And what if it's 3 different editors and they're all like pitted against each other?
I would love that. Ganran Egg editor is not.
He needs to be fired.
I know. It's like bad to wish somebody like losing their job, but whatever editor picked Ganran Egg, what the fuck is wrong? You should not be employed.
You need a.
You need to not, or at the very least,
what's it called? When HR comes to you,
you should not be in charge of picking what mangas go into Shonen Jump because you are dog shit at it. I'm sorry.
The thing that HR gives you that's like, here's how you need to do better in the next 90 days, or you're gonna lose your job.
It's like the old thing. It's just like, we can't fire you, so we're just gonna move you to an awful sector where you hate your job until you leave. But yeah, no. So just. My feelings about this is it's not for me. It's not for me.
Is that fine?
What? No, it's the things that I just said and the sounds that I made.
Oh. Where does that fall?
It's a long pained sigh. And then I go.
I don't know where that falls on the
somewhat
spectrum.
tensely, it doesn't have to be.
It's a one-axis spectrum. It's gotta fall somewhere.
Some things, Brad. Sometimes things are more than just spectrums. That's the new. It broke. It's a binary. Woke. It's a spectrum. Oh, what's the third one? What's the gag third one?
Oh, I don't know.
Broke. It's everything. Loco. But yeah, just like. I will give it credit because even through my gritted teeth of a bunch of tropes I just do not like I could see quality here. Like I liked the alien concept, the romance thing coming around. Like my biggest gripe out of the gate, more than just the thing like Hero Demon King, is the Mind's Eye was really frustrating. She just didn't seem like the character who would do that, and I think it's just because she sounds like Beauty. She sounds like the guard from Nice Prison. But when she's interacting on her own, like she doesn't even have a big reaction face, which I don't think she needs. It just wouldn't fit her either. So it just seems weird. She's having big reaction face responses to the back and forth.
Yeah.
And I just didn't.
We did really only get that one right at the beginning. Huh?
Yeah.
Which was like, oh yes, that's great. And then we didn't get another one. But that's like
part of the repartee is the other one remarking, but also the expression like, oh, like, whoa, the big eyes wide or whatever. But I think there's something here. I might read chapter 2 just to know a little bit, but I don't think this is one I'm keeping up with. But I will keep I'm going to lovingly keep an ear to the ground to see how it does and how other people are like. More than the other two. Fuck Gone Run Egg. Mage Next Door, fine, whatever. I read the chapter, I liked it. I'll read next week's chapter. How do you feel about this? Do you both regulars and non-regulars have been following Jump and us for a while. Do you think this fits in Jump? Not in like a jingoistic, arms crossed nationalist, this kind of manga is not allowed in Jump, but that like, are you picking up what we're picking up where it's like this just has so many things that it's like, yeah, this is like everywhere in manga and anime, but just like isn't in Jump? Or like, do you have counterexamples? Am I crazy? It's like, I could be crazy. I'm
sure there's older stuff that had some of these fantasy
but like
stuff.
Currently in the last couple of years, like I just don't think we see...
Yeah.
We don't see art like this. We don't see girls like this. We don't see these stories. Like, this is like a weird... Somebody's having a bad time because this is their weird monkey's paw wish for more stuff like Mama Yu Yu. And it's usually...
This is a fine replacement for Mama
I know, but that's why I said it's somebody else's monkey wish. Because usually we have the example of like, well, this is what you asked for, Moxie, but it's like a weird, twisted, cursed version. And it's like, I didn't ask for that, but this feels like a weird... twisted, not in a bad way, but just different, like warped enough version of somebody going, I want more things like Mama Yu, and go, here you go, it's this. And I could see that person being disappointed, but that person isn't me.
Mama Yu Yu was serious, and this is not.
Yes, correct. More, it crosses over and more demon lords and heroes show up from other planets.
This demon lord would kick all of those demon lords' asses.
Yeah. Gosh, Mama Yu Yu. Maybe one day, maybe many years from now, if we're still around and doing this, we'll mag dump Mama Yu Yu. I think I still want more time between me and when I first
mag
read
dumping
it.
Mama Yu Yu is the whole thing.
Exactly. I don't know what else I would want to mag dump that was a 3-volume. But like Mama Yu is the one that was like such a time
Jujutsu
as I was
Kaisen
reading
Modelo.
it. God, you couldn't. You could pay me and threaten me with gun violence, and I wouldn't read more.
I will threaten you with gun violence.
Yeah, I guess that's the point. I guess that's time for that, isn't it?
Right before that.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at our list and it
Forgot.
says, will you buy?
Will you buy?
I would pay money for this specifically.
I can believe that.
I don't think it's a physical volume kind of thing.
Yep.
But I would definitely pay someone money specifically for this.
I respect that.
I do pay money specifically for this.
But more specifically.
On its own.
You pay money for it. You don't pay money for it specifically.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the verbiage. I mean, I wouldn't. It's not for me. I don't want it. But I hope it, like, again, I don't remember. I feel like we had before one where I'm like, I genuinely feel peace in my heart of, I don't like this. I hope it does well. And not just like, I wish it the best. And I'm like holding back and being a little
Have I ever
toxic about it. But
explained my whole thing of like, I don't want this physically?
I don't know.
Because there's a bunch of things that I have been like, this is amazing. I don't want this physically.
I mean, I have that because I'm just like, I don't want to have this in my home if I'm not going to read it again. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to revisit this, or like, I just love it that much, or I would lend it to somebody, or I'd want to remember it.
There's a couple different criteria. So rereading is a huge one.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that you look at and you go, I would read this again in 2 years. Yes.
Yeah.
Right away. Physical volume. There's also the aspect of like, oh, this just looks so beautiful. So even though I'm not going to read it, it's literally a piece that can go on a shelf.
Yeah.
And I can open it and flip through it or whatever. And then there's the third aspect, which is I want to give this mangaka as much money as possible.
Yeah.
At which point it's like, yes, I want the physical volume because that's the very best way to support them.
You've missed a fourth one. Sometimes there's manga with cute furry boys in it.
I didn't buy that physically.
You didn't buy that physically?
No, you bought the last copy.
You could have ordered it on like online or something.
I bought
fake
it on
fan.
Bookwalker. I'm not going to buy it again.
Fake cute boy fan. Not real cute boy fan. Fake. Fake and not gay.
Well, unlike some people, I read through it the whole way immediately. We still haven't gotten to talk about that chapter yet.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm still really proud of this context of fake and non-gay. Oh, these times, they are changing. Brad, it's time for high noon.
I've been loading my gun, cleaning the chamber,
Yeah, this feels very fitting because I think last week it's like, it's been a while since we've done that. Isn't that weird, Sheriff? You're just sitting there. It's like, yeah, that is weird, Deputy. Spilling the cylinders, putting it back in, spinning it, putting it back in, cocking the hammer a little bit. Like, what you doing? What you doing, bud? Nothing. Okay. So we haven't had one of these in a while. So if you somehow don't remember or you've never been around for one of these, high noon is that when we are at opposed enough positions, whether in our thinky thinks and feely feels, in this case our feely feels, because I think our thinky thinks are generally together, I would say. The person who is in a position of not liking it has to say a good thing about it, and the person who's in the position of liking it needs to say something they don't like about it, and whoever suffers the most emotional turmoil is the one that got shot. Or whoever's the more right one. Spoiler alert, I'm going to get shot. I'm always going to get shot. Brad's too mellow. I'm always getting shot.
I am
even when I shoot him, even when there's bullet holes hit him and I'm fine, I'm the one that's more hurt because usually I have to say something bad about a thing that I like. This never works out. And I don't even have hatred in my heart for this manga, so this is going to be... I already said my thing about that the friend thing was a little too quick. The thing, it's like I always feel like I already said all my gripes with it that were like, I feel like
you have to say something good.
Oh, it's easier then. Okay, give me a second. Let me.
I've had mine in the chamber for a while now.
I liked the scene where they take time to go, wait a minute. If you're not fighting, I don't need to be here anymore. Like, they actually take a little emotional moment to be like, after, like, he's already been chilling there for a little bit to go, like, oh, we could just chill. Like, and it was just cool having that little, like, the time spent, especially in a gag manga of all things, but in chapter 1 where things are usually rushing so much, to have that little moment to just go, like, to have her have the moment of going, oh.
We've been fighting for so long now that we forgot what it was like.
Like, that she makes the point of, like, I didn't really have any friends, because, like, when you're the hero, you got to be ostracized, because you're not making friends. You're off going and fighting the problem.
Yeah.
And I was just like, thank you for having a little emotional moment with that. That was nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
The big jellyfish monster did not get enough screen time. I thought that was a really cool design. It's got eyes all over it. It's really freaky looking. And it could have been cute and interesting. And we got like one full body picture of it. And then the next we see it, the Demon Lord has knocked it out.
She's got to be back, right? Her design's too cute.
I hope
Her
so.
design is too cute and specific.
I want
whether
that
she's
jellyfish
like a buddy,
to be like a pet.
Exactly.
You know?
Either as a recurring low level baddie, or as like, oh, they're buds now. Which was like gag manga, you can just go and we're buds now because that's how it works. That's nice person does that.
That was the one thing in the entire chapter that I was disappointed with.
Wow, only that one?
Yeah.
I want to make you choose a second one. Dig deep.
Well, you already the one thing that you said you didn't like that I'm like, yeah, that's fair. The Demon Lord's design is pretty boring.
Especially compared to her, because she's so like, he's got it like his face, like he has his big frock coat and everything, but like his face and hair are just like he's very generic boy. And even if she's generic anime girls just have better design because they're always over designed. And I just wish he was more over designed.
I think they went, oh, and I think he's tanned. We're good.
He is. It just doesn't work in black and white.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it in the color splash, but yeah. Also,
he's darker than everybody else in the rest of it.
He's rocking some melanin.
But you don't get darker skinned people very often, and most of the time when you get a darker skinned person, they lean way too far into their Arab thing.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's not the vibe I'm gonna hear. Like, I don't know. I just wish he had a little bit more sauce, because I think everybody, all the other, like her and the other girl, had like some sauce. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. I like looking at her. And it's just like, but I think that's like part of the bit, because that's why it gives him this like. There's other characters that are better for this, but I go to Mashal. I guess what? Mage next door. I can go to Osagawa. Osagawa?
Yeah.
Of that, like, obviously I can't hear them talking because it's a manga, but like a little bit of that like low energy deadpan a little bit is the vibe that I'm getting, because that's why it's like the deadpan guy is the guy making the big things, and then the straight person who's got the like the more energetic wah over this like wah,
water gun magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, let me get this other one.
Maybe not that much, but
Rubber band magic.
And I think the designs are on purpose to play with that dynamic. I'm guessing. I still just wish he had more sauce in his design.
So, and the thing is, I wouldn't, that bullet is a couple rounds away from the next one, just because while I agree with you that it's not a great design, I don't care.
It's not bad. It's disappointing, I think, is the way to put it. Because there's other designs here that I like, but also I could go, maybe it's here on purpose because of the things that I just said. So I can give this manga the benefit of the doubt. This is not a new leaf for me moving forward. I think it's just as collectively a rising thing, but also just like such a clear notion of like,
we found
but also I
plenty
think
of
this was
stuff
good. I think if
before.
this was bad, I could go, this I don't like these things and this is bad.
Right.
I don't think this is bad. I think this is just very much not to my, it is so specifically not to my taste and so specifically to yours, but in a way that I could see it.
And
It's
we've found a bunch of those things at this point where it's like, this is either you or I were not into it, but objectively speaking, it's got a lot of positives to it. And I mean,
or it's just mid.
If
not this.
a thing that I've been saying since we started this podcast, which is just like, enjoy what you want to enjoy. Like, if you enjoy a thing and no one else does, well, that's fine. I'm glad you're having a good time.
But we judge people. You judged somebody early in this podcast, and I judge people all the time.
I'm not judging people. I am judging the series that they like.
That's judging them for liking it. You can't be Mr. High and Mighty. Oh, everybody, I'm okay with anybody's taste.
Shut up, I can do whatever I want. I'm the demon lord. I have bullshit powers.
Fuck, I just want to end the podcast on that. I didn't think of an outro bit yet. Okay, I think we've been dawdling enough. Brad,
we haven't been dawdling though. That's the thing. We've actually been saying new stuff.
Yeah, we dawdled a little.
A lot of times we circle back on things, but this week
we circled a little bit. But yeah. What's a bit from this manga that you can do for the credits?
That I can do?
Brad, you go to your credits ceremony while I go watch more manga. Or I go watch more manga. Go read more anime. I'm falling apart, people. Brad, do the thing.
I'm going to do it.
Yes.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump.
As always, we need to thank Sugoi Mart for partnering with us. Sugoi Mart's a retailer of Japanese snacks, drinks, toys, and merch. They got a lot of cool stuff you can't get outside Japan. Check the link in the description or use code APR15 at checkout to get 15% off your first order. I'm just going to keep making that faster and faster and faster every single time. And then eventually it'll just be like, Sugoi Mart, 15% off APR15.
We could just make a gag where we throw to Robo you and we just have a recording version of it, because that never changes as opposed to the other things. Much like war.
But we want to hear from you. Mm-hmm. So go on our website, animepodcastreincarnation.com, and find the social links page. So there's a link up at the top. And there you can find links to all of the different social media that we're on. The best way to chat with us is on our Discord. You can join us there and just chat about whatever, as well as, these episodes. You can also find a link up there to our Patreon. Our supporters get perks like bonus episodes, getting to vote on what series we cover on various shows that we have on here, as well as getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early. And, of course, we have to shout out our patrons. So, first and foremost, at our noble tier, we have our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf. Also at our noble tier, we have our Count Imaginary Numeral. And last but not least, at our commoner tier, we have Last Man on Earth, Laura Carroll, and Rena. So thank you so much to all our patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts on our feed. And Brad, I don't have an ending joke, but this manga is very fitting to our own podcast. Are we not the battle of the hero and the demon king over many times, and only more recently have we finally laid down arms and come to an understanding of peace?
After some banter, the podcast is over.
It's a pizza. It's a bagel. Pizza bagel. Let me think. I can get another.
I went to Starbucks just to
I know.
chat
Why are you going to
and
Starbucks for
made
pizza?
this ham into a hat. Because they're words that rhyme.
I know, but why are we at Starbucks all of a sudden?
I don't know. Because chat was the only word I could come up with to rhyme with hat. And
Matt,
so I decided
Bath,
Starbucks was... Because Starbucks has Starbucks. It's like...
Okay. On today's episode, fresh off the presses of presses.
Fresh off the sheshes.
The king of Prussia Mall. Welcome, everybody. I'm your hero, girl. It's Moxidine, and as always, I'm here with this demon, Lord. It's Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
Do you want me to tell you how I wanted that to be read?
Sure, we can do it again. I had a comma, and I worked with that.
I'm your hero, girl.
Oh, I'm addressing.
And I'm here with this demon, Lord.
Oh. Yes, how was I supposed to just figure that out?
I know.
You could have
I was
told me
I was gonna tell you, and then I didn't.
I thought you were gonna say, and then you started, but no, you're just like, I wanted them to.
Well,
to
yeah.
trip
I
a
mean,
little
yeah.
bit.
You started, and then I remembered that I needed to tell you.
Okay,
So.
there we go. We're good now. Don't you stand there looking so cross. Just slather on this good thick sauce. Pizza bagel. Fuck, that was good. Fuck, that was good. Fuck, that was good. Jesus. That was perfect. That was perfect. Because I was just like, I was genuinely thinking, I'm like, this manga, I mean, genuinely, this manga is like our podcast. And like, this has been the battle of the hero and the demon king for a long time. And this is an episode where it finally felt like we were in our positions, but arms were laid down. The war was over. And that was such a perfect comedy cherry. Because I'm like, it's not funny. And I don't have a line that's like, it was meaningful, but it wasn't like, there wasn't like a line that was like the button. That was perfect. Fuck.
It's always great when things just come to you.
Yep.